Because our inquiry this year is about personalised learning, and that's something that I've been trying to do a lot in my senior art history classes since about 2010 actually, when a student asked me if she could not do exams in my subject. She just wanted 14 credits to get into nursing. In those days she could only get 12 credits from internals, but in 2013 I was able to offer up to 20 credits. Suddenly they were able to just do internals in my course. And that's proved really popular. In fact, this year out of 40 students, only 5 of them are doing the external exams. Most of my students tell me that the reason why they're taking the internals only option is to reduce their workload. And at the end of last year I surveyed them, and that all of them said that it had reduced the pressure in their other subjects. I had a student this morning say that she wished she knew more about art from her country, which was the Philippines. And so we talked very briefly about perhaps how she could do her next internal topic on art in the Philippines. So I think they really appreciate having choice and having their own diverse ideas appreciated and talked about, and they really appreciate having some options. It certainly makes their engagement much more, much stronger.
Last year in art history, I had the choice to study like art from my cultures, for example, tapa cloth, which fit into the standards I was doing. So that really helped me because it was a type of art that I understand because it's from my culture. And also this year I get to take the correspondence for my Tongan class. So it's quite, helpful.
You have to be able to say, I was a leader, I did this, I was part of this club, I can do that, I was, involved in all areas of school, which is almost impossible to do if you've got to, try and work this massive workload of subjects that you have to study extra hard for because they don't appeal to your personality. So it's been really great this year in order to choose what subjects I'll enjoy, subjects I find interesting, which sort of keeps the passion going, and it makes it easier if you're doing something you love in school instead of sort of sitting there going, this doesn't appeal to me, I can't fit this in with everything else.
I couldn't do what I do in art history without digital technologies. So we use our school Moodle, has got all the tasks, collaborative documents, links to Google Documents, things like that on it, resources for their internals, and Google Slides for the external students, so they can pace themselves, they can look ahead, see what they're heading for. The internals themselves are in Google Classroom, which students realise very quickly is a very good way of working, so that I can check their work regularly. And that really has reduced the number of students who are not handing in for formative checks. That means also that they can get very quick feedback, which for students who have very poor time management is actually proving very useful.
You have one-on-one working with your teacher, and like my teacher for art history, she helps me organise myself and like my time and have my work done by the deadline.
So internals only students, when they're working on an internal assessment, I check their work every week, and sometimes more often if students need it. So for some of my dyslexic students, I will go in every day if necessary and encourage them. And that allows me to write comments down the side of their work in Google Docs and ask questions, give them quick feedback. So, and it also emails them straight away, so I've discovered that they often wait for my comments on a Friday and Saturday when I do it, and you can see them go straight back in and make corrections, so it's good.